Across the vast and boundless ocean, where no borders are drawn and no paths are marked, the underwater world exists through sounds that human ears rarely hear. And in that deep blue darkness, a single heartbeat echoes slow, deep, powerful. It is not the roar of crashing waves or the hiss of wind racing across the surface. It is the pulse of a giant carrying new life into the world. A humpback whale, the true nomad of the open sea. Inside her massive body, a mother whale shelters a fragile, growing life. Her pregnancy lasts nearly a year, 11 to 12 months, and now, the moment of birth draws near. But the frozen waters of Antarctica, filled with predators and biting cold, are no place for a newborn. A calf needs warmth, calm, safety, and so, guided by instinct as ancient as the ocean itself, the mother begins her migration across thousands of kilometers, heading north toward the warm golden waters near the equator. Icebergs drift like silent white mountains, catching glimmers of sunlight that break into shimmering shades of blue. Through that icy realm, the mother whale glides with steady determination, her massive silhouette carving through the cold. Every beat of her tail is more than movement, it is a vow whispered into the sea. I will take you to safety. No storm, no distance, no lurking shadow can outweigh the life she carries within. Week after week, she presses northward, passing through dark regions where sunlight fades into nothingness. Strong currents, sudden polar winds, and the silhouettes of deep-sea hunters cannot slow her. Humpback whales have remarkable memory. They navigate by reading delicate changes in water temperature, by sensing the Earth's magnetic field, and by following distant echoes across the ocean. No maps, no compass, yet they never lose their way. Her breaths bloom into the air like white pillars of steam against the cold night. The deep thrum of her tail slapping the water spreads through the sea like ancient war drums. Beneath her thick skin, the calf grows quickly longer, heavier, ready to enter a world filled with light and danger. And then, one day, the mother senses the change. Warmer currents, softer waves, the sky painting the sea in hues of gentle gold. She has arrived. This is the place her kind has chosen for millions of years as their birthing ground, a sanctuary with calmer waters, fewer predators, and depths safe enough to cradle new life. The mother rises and releases a long breath. Her belly tightens, her body rolls, and the calf slips into the world. Instinct draws it upward, breaking through the surface to take its very first breath. In that moment, its world opens bright, endless, mysterious. A newborn humpback measures about 4 to 4.5 meters, weighing between 700 and 900 kilograms. Yet, in the vastness of the ocean, it remains small, fragile. The mother gently pushes her newborn onto her back, helping it balance and breathe. In the warm golden sea, their heartbeats merge into one, echoing like ancient rhythms beneath the waves. The first days pass in gentle peace. The calf drinks its mother's thick, creamy milk, over 40% fat, fueling its astonishing growth. It gains 40 to 60 kilograms every single day. Within just a few months, it stretches to 7 or 8 meters, weighing between 1.5 to 2 tons. But size alone is not survival. That is why the mother remains in these waters, teaching her calf everything it must know. She teaches it how to surface for air, how to sense the faintest shift in currents, how to distinguish the voices of their kind from the cold echoes of predators. The young humpback cannot sing yet, but it listens. The songs of the deep travel through water like ancient tales meant to be remembered. Every vibration of the mother becomes a lesson etched into instinct. Eventually, the day arrives. The calf is strong enough to begin the long journey back to the polar seas, where cold waters overflow with life. And so, the return begins not peaceful like their journey to the birthing grounds, but filled with unseen threats hidden in the endless blue. The water grows colder, waves rise higher, shadows stretch longer. The calf swims close beside its mother, torn between curiosity and fear. The mother keeps a steady pace, fast enough to move, slow enough to protect. Every powerful tail stroke is a balance between endurance and survival. Then, in the deep blue cold, the danger that every whale mother dreads finally appears. Long dark shapes glide beneath them. High-pitched calls slice through the water. The surface ripples in the synchronized rhythm of hunters. A pod of orcas, the ocean's most skilled predators, intelligent, fast, and coordinated like a trained army. And they see the calf. To them, a young whale means energy, nutrition, and easy vulnerability. The mother senses the threat through the smallest vibrations. Her muscles tense. Her heartbeat quickens. The life she carried for nearly a year is now in its first mortal danger. The orcas split formation with expert precision. One group charges from the front to distract her. Another circles around, aiming to separate the calf, a hunting strategy perfected through generations. But a humpback mother is far from weak. She turns sharply, her massive body pushing aside whole walls of water. Her tail crashes against the surface, erupting into a thunderous explosion that forces the orcas to fall back. The calf presses itself against her belly, mirroring her every move. An orca lunges toward it, but the mother spins, creating a powerful vortex with her 30-ton body, flinging the predator aside. The battle stretches on. White water erupts. Deep vibrations echo like war drums beneath the waves. The mother attacks, shields, and guides all at once, pushing the calf toward deeper water where orcas struggle to coordinate. Finally, realizing they cannot separate the calf from its mother, the orcas retreat, their dark shapes fading into the deep as silently as they appeared. The ocean falls quiet again. Only the mother's heavy breaths remain, and the soft calls of the calf, tiny notes of gratitude. That moment, that near-death struggle, becomes its first great lesson. Life in the ocean is never gentle. After the battle, the mother sings, a low, trembling melody that vibrates across the sea, a declaration that their journey continues. The calf listens, absorbing every pulse, storing its mother's voice in the deepest parts of its memory. At last, after a long and unforgiving journey, they return to the familiar southern waters. White light scatters across the sea from floating glaciers. The cold bites like knives. The calf rises and exhales its first breath into the frigid southern air. The mother surfaces beside it, releasing a pillar of white mist. Two breaths merge into one harmony, a duet of survival. As they sink into the deep once more, the only trace they leave is a glittering trail of waves, the signature of a journey forged through strength and devotion. And in the vast ocean, where storms never rest, their story becomes a quiet truth. Life does not need to be perfect. Life only needs to endure. As long as a heartbeat continues, even the faintest pulse, life will always find a way, just as it has for millions of years.